advertising and sponsorship, email sales@eavafm.com or call 07811 659 364. That's 07811 659 364. Serving the community, 102.5 EAVA FM.
Okay, we're back. We're bringing man like Sharps live on air. We're going to bring him live on air. Remember, this is Sharps. He just dropped a brand new EP. Goes by the name of Same Trip. So I'm bringing him live on air right now. Hopefully everything goes well. What up, bruv? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Sam, I can hear you.
You can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Okay, good. You may just want to put your volume a little bit up, or let me see. No, actually, your volume's good. Your volume's good. Yeah?
Good, yeah, man.
How you doing, Sharps? You good?
All good, mate. Yeah, all good. It's Friday. The sun's been out. Can't really complain.
Yeah. We couldn't get you live in the studio, but we got you here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sam, thanks for having me on, man.
It's no problem. And we got you on our Facebook and our YouTube. Hopefully the people are enjoying themselves. So you know what, I want you to introduce yourself to the listeners.
So I'm Sharps. Probably been on the scene now for about 3-4 years. I predominantly perform at drum and bass nights. I'm big into the rave scene and all that. But my real, probably true passion is hip hop. And so I've always been writing my hip hop, performing them at open mic nights, like the EAVA FM open mic night, Lab Session, HQ, all of them. And then I decided over the lockdown, with a bit of a new perspective with the crazy world we were living in, I needed to get some music out there that I could be proud of and hopefully people enjoy. And so that's how I came to here with Same Trip, and that's why I'm here now, I guess. But it's mainly drum and bass for me, but I'm always looking for hip hop sets and always looking to try and get out there on my hip hop. But drum and bass just seems to be the more natural route in Leicester at the minute. It's a busy scene. There's a lot of events on. I know a lot of people, so it's all good. But got a few sets lined up when things go back to normal. So that's it, mate. That's it. That's me. Sharp.
Absolutely. So you dropped this new EP, Same Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's just been, as I say, they've been tunes that have been there for a good few years, to be fair. Some of them probably touching like 3 years, but I just never really put enough effort into them. I didn't really put enough thought into them. I put them out on SoundCloud with my sort of basic home studio. And then I just decided I wanted to get some out there on all platforms. So something that when people saw me at nights, if I was performing open mic night or whatever, even if drum and bass, like you can still send people in the direction of your music. And I've got the links. I just feel like I needed the music to back me up. I love doing it. This EP is all the tracks. They're my five favorite hip hop tracks I've ever written. That's why they're on there. And I'm super proud of it. Now it's out and I've been listening to it. Like, I'm even more proud than I was before. So it's good, man. It's just good for your mind. It's good for your health. It's just good to get out there, ain't it? Good to have a hobby, and I enjoy it, so I'll just keep doing it, I guess. Yeah.
Absolutely. You know what? Yeah. Before we go anywhere and we talk about some of the songs on the EP and everything, just want to tell the people how we met. We met.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was at Pro Artist, our open mic night.
Yeah, probably, more than likely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember that when it was Rodney P and Skinny Man came down and Shakespeare.
Yes. Yeah.
Shakespeare called me on stage for that.
Yeah.
Little freestyle with him, man. I'm sure we met that night, to be fair. That might have been the first one, but either way, it was definitely at Too Funky.
Okay, definitely at Too Funky. So that was an event that we did ourselves as well. The Rodney P and Skinny Man. Was it Skinny Man there as well?
I'm pretty sure that was the night with Skinny Man on, man. Okay,
so that was 3 years ago. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago. And that was I was pretty new on them.
Yeah, because last year we had Raw Digger. The year before we had Kingdom, and the year before we had Rodney P and Skinny Man. So it goes to show the Leicester scene met up at Leicester events.
Definitely, 100%.
Which is crazy,
met loads of people, man. Yeah. That's the way it should be as well, ain't it? Like, you want to bring everyone together in one place and everyone can appreciate the music. Like, that's all we want, ain't it, really?
Definitely. So that brings me on to one of the tracks off your EP. You've got a track called Replc.
Yeah. See, that was one that I released. When I released that one on SoundCloud, the quality weren't all there, but like I got a good response to that. Loads of shares, loads of views, loads of comments and stuff. And that was a big one. I think I knew that people would feel it and I knew it would resonate with the local scene. Naturally, you call a tune Rep LC, people are going to be like, yeah, LC is my city. You feel proud, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
It was a bit of a tale of me, just like how the music scene's helped me, especially with the hook. And yeah, man, no, it's just that's again, that is one of my favorite tunes. I messed around with some ad libs on that one and got a little bit more into sort of like the building of a track with that one as well. And it's kind of like, I was happy with how that tune came out, and I'm even happier that people felt it like I hope they would as well. So.
Yeah, of course. For me, it's the vibe, it's your flow, it's the
Yeah,
way
yeah.
you put some of the words together, and it's
Yeah,
the
man.
kind of, and you've got that vibe, that boom bap vibe,
Yeah, man. Yeah, for
You can
sure.
just
That's
pop
what
your
I'm
head
trying,
to
man.
and just go, yo, this is my flavor, this is the flavor,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what it reminds me of. So, is that something you've been doing for a long time, or?
Yeah, like I say, I think all my writing really started out with hip hop, and I was like
Mm,
probably like
mm,
17, just like chilling with my
mm,
mates, spitting a
mm.
few freestyles or whatever, writing a few bars, just like probably just thinking we were cooler than we were. And then it kind of just developed into more when one of my friends who heard me spitting one night started throwing the first drum and bass night. It was called Open Minds. Again, that was about 3 years, probably touching 4 years
Okay.
ago now. And they just asked me if I'd come down. And I just started, just went from there, man. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yeah, definitely sharps. I think you've got the thing. Massive shout outs going out to everyone that's tuned in and listening in right now. Lots of messages coming in. Hold tight, DJ 745 Reggae Interviews is locked in as well. Go check them out on YouTube. Reggae Interviews, some biggest interviews for reggae artists ever. I gotta give that plug in. I gotta give you that plug, bro. So
yeah, man.
what I'm saying is, sharps. So you got the Replc song, right?
Yeah.
So that's your style. Your style is this boom bap style. But however, you're also a drum and bass MC.
Yeah.
So are you a drum and bass MC first, or this rapper first, or second, or vice versa?
Well,
Ooh.
It's a good question, but I'd like to think that I can just pursue both. I think with music as well.
Okay.
I think the first step with music is to make sure you make something that you feel and that benefits you and that you enjoy. I'm blessed to have had all the opportunities that have come from me writing music, but it solely just started as something that I enjoyed doing. And I think, I'm going to do like when this hip hop EP settled, I've got a couple of videos coming in that, and then I'm intending to do either a drum and bass EP or just a few more tracks with a few videos to go along with it. I want to kind of just go between the two and just but maybe we're fizzling in a few hip hop freestyles whilst my drum and bass is dropping or whatever it might be. You know what I mean? Just to try and keeps me happy. I can keep doing both the things I enjoy. And yeah.
So which one is it?
Probably,
hip hop or the drum and bass?
I think if one had to go, it'd probably at the minute have to be. I can't even answer that question, man. Can't answer it. They're so different, but I enjoy them just.
You don't
as
need
much,
to
you know
answer
what I
it.
mean?
You don't need to answer it. That's putting you too much on the spot, because I know
That
you
has
love
put me
your
on the
drum and
spot.
bass, and I know you love hip hop. But they go hand in hand, because it's MCing and it's toasting the mic up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
that's
you're really
exactly,
good at
man.
that. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
appreciate
another
that,
song
man.
I want to talk about on the EP is potentially my favorite one. You know which one that is, right?
Is it Bassline Boom?
Okay, how did you guess?
Yeah, just because that's the one I performed out so many nights, man, and people just always get it, man. As soon as I drop the double time and that, I think that it's just going to go down well, ain't it? And that is kind of a transfer from my drum and bass, but started on hip hop and now it goes so well on drum and bass. You know what I mean? And it's just a style that people enjoy, ain't it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I love the vibe on that. So when you put in your words and your rhyming scheme together, how do you do it? What are you doing?
I mean, I've changed over the years, because I first started, I used to just write like 8 words that rhymed, and then I just try and aim to hit the bar with each word, and then from there you kind of build. So then you might throw one in the half bar or whatever, and then it's like, then you realize that rhyming the same 8 things in a row doesn't really sound always that good on a whole track, so you mix it up a bit, you know what I mean? So I feel like I don't always have a set. I always kind of let the beat do the deciding to a certain extent. I do tend to try and hit the beat because I think it sounds better when you hit the rhyme, but then it's all about, recently I've been trying to work a bit different, just because I think you want to keep it fresh, don't you? I don't want all my sound to be exactly the same, but I also do kind of stick to a certain pattern, but I'm trying at the moment to just mix it up a little bit more now. But but yes, and especially that Bassline Boom, that was quite different. Some of the flows on that were very different, and it just fit to that beat, and it kind of just happened, and then it stuck. And I've got the video dropping for that as well next week.
Okay.
That's getting a premiere on Wordplay Mag's webpage. I've got
what YouTube channel? Is it your YouTube channel or?
Yeah, it's dropping on my YouTube channel as well. It's been filmed by Saunders Multimedia. I'm sure you know him. He does sick videos for loads of talent all over the country, to be fair. And yeah, I've worked with him before on my first D&B video. He's helped me with this Bassline Boom one. It's looking good, man. I'm excited to drop that. Just going to let the EP settle.
What's your channel name? Let the people know what your channel name is.
Just MC Sharps.
Okay.
MCSHARPES.
Yeah. And guys, remember, People that watching the video, go follow Sharps, Matt_MC_Sharps on Instagram. Our Instas are there as well. But yeah, to the listeners on radio, yeah, it's at Matt_MC_Sharps. The whole vibe to your music is this kind of like this original, authentic hip hop boom bap style. Do you know what I'm saying? Have you always been into that?
Yeah, well, probably from the early days of listening to hip hop. You know, I did start off with Eminem. I know that's a little bit different. I think as I've got a bit older, I've realised that Eminem is quite a lot different to a lot of other old school hip hop. But I always loved him when I was younger.
What do you mean you started off with Eminem?
Just the first. I remember one of my friends just handed me. I think is it Curtain Call, the one with all of his top hits on. It might not be Curtain Call. I probably got that wrong, but yeah, he handed me that one day just to try it out and listen to that. And from then on, he used to sort me other hip hop CDs that he had.
So Eminem was the first hip hop that you really heard.
I used to when I was a lot younger. I think you know before you even understand genres of music, you just like songs. I think you think back to those days and you're like, oh, I did actually listen to a bit of drum and bass back then, or I did actually listen to a bit of hip hop. You don't always realize. But yeah, it kind of went from my friends. A lot of influence from friends with different music and stuff. And then as soon as you're sort of introduced into a scene like High Focus, for example, there's an absolute there's a massive amount of artists there, and they're all sick. Same with the Leicester scene as well. As soon as you kind of get introduced to one artist, and all these other artists start popping up as well. But yeah, my influence definitely comes from old school hip hop, like Big L, Big E.
Ooh, Big L, you know.
Big L, man. Big L is the underrated. Big L is
you know what? The way his wordplay and his syllables he puts together, right?
Yeah. Big L.
You know what? And looking at your style, I'm not saying you're very Big L-y, but I'm saying, you know what? The syllable style, you've got them syllables in your wordplay. You know?
Man. Well, I think it's just, I know for me as an artist that I pick up so much inspiration from different artists and MCs, and you just kind of like you build it all together in your head, don't you, and just create something that suits for you. But like obviously, the more you listen, I think the better you get because you kind of understand a lot more about music and how it works, sort of flow on a beat and that. But
no, absolutely. And come on, Matt, when did you start spitting?
I'd say probably like 17. I think one of my mates who I hadn't seen him in a while, and he's like, "Oh, mate, do you remember when you wrote that rap about Call of Duty at school?" And I was like, I don't remember that at all, man. I do not remember. And he remembered it word for word, and that must have been when I was about 14, 15 or something like that. And I couldn't even, but then properly got into it about 17, 18. And then
how many years ago was that?
I'm 25 now, so far.
Okay.
Is that 7 or 8 years? Yeah, I think it's 7 or 8 years to be fair.
Okay. And when did you start taking it really serious?
Well, that's the thing. I've always just had it there. It's been a thing. I was a chef to start with, so trying to balance it all out was quite difficult. Since I've been I work on building sites now, so it's kind of my lifestyle's a lot different. I have a lot more time, but probably don't put as much time as I should. I can't force. I don't know. I feel like we all make excuses, don't we? And that's why I've released this EP, and that's why I'm trying to get on it now. And I'm trying to keep myself active and make myself feel fulfilled in this music scene because we've all got an opportunity, and it's up to you to kind of make the best of it. But yeah.
You kind of shocked us all that time when you jumped on the stage. We're like, Shakes bringing somebody on the stage. It was just out of nowhere. He didn't even know you, right? You don't even know.
Yeah. I was just lucky, like my mates were there because obviously they come to drum and bass nights, so they were like, I would have never ever gone up there myself. I was a proper shy kid, and you could tell when I got up there, like I sounded like a right idiot. So bad at talking in front of people.
What actually happened that night?
Well, he spit a little like 8-bar or something, and then I remember like I spit another one, and I carried on when he was spitting, and someone had to tap me, and I was like, I felt like a right idiot. And then he finished his other bit bars, and then I just jumped in. And to be honest with you, mate, it all just went a bit blurry. I just kind of.
How did he get you on stage?
Oh, just because he said like, are there any spitters in it?
Okay.
And and then my mates were just like screaming over it and like pushing me on stage and that, and he called me up, and I felt so embarrassed. But then like, it was big. It was awesome.
It was big. Awesome. I don't know about embarrassed, mate. You kind of showed up some of the other MCs. It was good. It was good. Nice. It's nice to have that vibe and kind of your music. I would tell a lot of people, how do they get the EP? Because I know you released it on Tuesday. Yeah,
so it's on all available platforms. So obviously, for me, I use Spotify the most. Obviously, it's on Spotify, it's on your iTunes, on Amazon, it's on YouTube Music. It's going to, as I say, there's going to be a couple of videos come in. I'll be doing a bit of promo for them in the next few weeks. Just trying to drag it out, keep things coming for a month or so. And get people listening. But
you know what I'm going to do? I know we're on this live video thing right
Yeah,
now. I'm gonna play baseline boom.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
introduce
cool,
the
man.
track for the people.
So yeah, baseline boom. I don't really know where this track came from. It just came, it happened, and yeah, it's definitely a good one.
Here we go.
Tune in.
Yo, who's that rapper that gon' pack that chatter with the bars forever spilling from his gob? That's me. Well, it's sharps with the words and the verbs more absurd. About time just to let your head bob. But spit the tic-tac-toe, but got a sick rap flow. So just sit back, bro, and groove. Let's groove. We got that hip-hop music, you best not confuse it. Now listen to that bassline boom. Oh yeah. Flow so dope, man, I blow most smoke. You won't slow though, yo, cause I go. Yep, sitting, feeling, billing, skilling, chilling with a split of green. Ready, steady to come up, step to the mic, and then I be living it sweet. So who'da knew that? The dude who got the dude rap, the rude chap who threw raps upon the greasy new track. I can conclude that I'm back and ready to ride. The guy providing the vibe, I jump at the beat and fly. Life can seem quite strange if we're honest. Mine may seem quite blazed, that's a promise. Keep a doober light, but now I found the music life. Because just with the tune to write, you know we're bound to find solace. What's that niggity not knocking on your door? It's hip to the hot what? Feel it in your core. The music we love, need and really do adore. It's that hip to the hot what? Feel it in your core. Spinning a bit in the bat, spitting the venom and winning the rap. Smoking the some of this making me laugh. I'm huffing and puffing and making a track. I never go round like an average happy, keeping it big and keeping it fat. The fact of the matter of fact. Fat of the rap and the back to attack. Appreciate my mind, just differentiate my rhymes. Don't intimidate my vibe, cause I'll incinerate a mic. And while I meditate at night, I try to levitate a height. I ain't feeling for no plight, but trust the feeling oh so bright. Chickity check the master wizard, ribbity rep the bars are British. Libbity step into the mic and trust, man, you can't diminish. From start to finish, I'll be back attacking the verse, and I'll be floating kind of fluidly through it, moving in reverse. Trust creep on the beat, more unique with the style, bun sheesh and unleash this beast for a while. Yep, bass got you quivering, it's love we're delivering. Trust we ain't kidding, man, I'm living with a smile. Yo, who's that rapper that gon' pack that chatter with the bars forever spilling from his gob? That's me. Well, it's sharps with the words and the verbs more absurd. About time just to let your head bob. Spit the tic-tac-toe and got a sick rap flow. So just sit back, bro, and groove. Let's groove. We got that hip-hop music, you best not confuse it. Now listen to that bassline boom. Oh yeah. Life can seem quite strange if we're honest. Mine may seem quite blazed, that's a promise. Keep a doober light, but now I found the music life. Because just with the tune to write, you know I'm bound to find solace. What's that niggity not knocking on your door? It's hip to the hot what? Feel it in your core. The music we love, need and really do adore. It's that hip to the hot what? Feel it in your core.
Feel it in your core.
Yeah.
Hip-hop music.
Yeah,
You feel
man.
me, man?
That's it, man. That's it. That's why I had to make a video for that one. It needed to be done.
So the music itself, are you looking to jump back into the drum and bass, or are you looking to go do more of this hip hop, or a bit of both?
Well, like I say, hopefully a bit of both. I've had quite a few sets come through in the past few weeks for drum and bass. So fingers crossed everything's going to go back to normal. A few of them are social distancing at the end of it, but then hopefully some of them are going to be like back to as back to normal as it can be. I don't want to hold my breath, but
and you're performing,
so
right? Are you performing at festival too, Funky?
Yeah, for formation night. Yeah. So I'm on one of them. I think there was another event as well they're doing. As I say, I was just saying to the missus earlier, I need to get a calendar because all these dates have come out now. And last year I was forever forgetting. So I'm just going to have to, which I'm blessed to be in that situation. It's not, as I say, the drum and bass scene in Leicester is booming. There's almost too many nights, but like there's enough nights for people to go out. There's enough nights to perform at. There's enough good people out there. Big up formation.
Big up SS.
Yeah, definitely, man. To have just had a track come out on the Back to Jungle Volume 2. I feel like it's 2. I've forgotten already.
And you ain't sent it me. You've not sent it me, man.
I've not, mate. I haven't. To be honest with you, I've shared it. It's been sharing about. It's been a lot because it's.
I'm joking. Get it sent off to me. Send me the track. I know. I've seen it. I've seen SS share it. So yeah. So you're releasing music with Formation, and you're also doing.
It's pretty big, man. Like that's because the first time I met SS at a Formation night, it was a bit starstruck when you meet. You know what I mean? He's like, it's a big name in the drum and bass scene. It was nice that he felt my tunes, and it was nice that he wanted to do that track and put it on that. Obviously, yeah. Back to Jungle, get on it. Formation Records. Everybody listening, go and give it a stream. Check it out. It's big. There's still part 3 to come, and yeah, we've got all these events coming to promote it as well. So yeah, and then a few other drum and bass nights. As I say, I don't really have any hip hop sets lined up at the minute. I'll be down to open mic nights. I've been working on some new tunes. And yeah, so I'm just going to keep busy as soon as we can. Like, I'm just going to be back out there. I want to get my name back out there. Make sure that people haven't
definitely.
forgotten.
I think Sharps is amazing. But you mentioned this key word during this whole interview. You mentioned freestyle. I'm going to do a couple of freestyles.
Freestyle, yeah.
So you know what I'm implying.
Oh yeah. You could go for it, man. I'm gonna flop it. I'm gonna flop it and embarrass myself on the radio, but it'll be sound. We'll go for it.
Yeah, you're gonna go for it.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah. Do you want a beat or no beat?
Whack a beat on, man. Yeah, for sure. Whack a little beat on.
You know what? I think I've got Triumph.
Yeah.
You know Triumph, Wu-Tang Clan. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo. You see it sharps upon the radio, man, I bring the crazy flow. Yeah, you know it's EAVA FM, and no, I can't pretend, cause I might ascend. I've got a couple bars in which I'm likely just to send it out the orbit. A man, I'm morphing into something awesome. I'm coming to bit the microphone, I've been in a kid in a stack, I've been in a rap, and then I'm a fire flows. Yes, then, listen to these lyrics devised, and it's the supersonic brother with the zoot, man, I fly. I reach a higher level lyrically, man, I reach it spiritually. Coming with the force, and now you're never gonna stop it. I'm firing like a rocket, force you'll never knock it. Supercalifragilistic, got the chronic and that. yeah. We'll leave it at that, man.
Okay, that was heavy. That was off the top, right? Off the top. So that's all
good.
Off
the top, man.
Wicked, bro. I see it there. No, fantastic. No, man. You know what, Sharps? Amazing.
No, big up, man. I appreciate
the music.
Man.
I think for me, you know me, I love hip hop.
Yeah.
From when you know me, you know I love hip hop. So when you sent me, from when I met you at the open mics, you kept coming on. Yeah, I've got a few tracks, and you're like, "Vij, you know the greatest? Send it me." You know, that's what we said, right? And hopefully that kind of helps you as well, learning from.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Listening to music out there. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that you've dropped this EP.
Yeah, same, man. I feel good. I feel like it was something that I knew I needed to do, and now I've done it. I feel a bit more fulfilled. But now I've got the bug, and I feel like I need to keep going and just keep pushing, getting stuff out there, make the most of the opportunity.
What's your favorite track off the EP?
I'm gonna go with Bounce personally. I've been having this conversation a few times in the past few days, but it's got to be Bounce. It's just that one tune that I saw. It was like one of the first proper hip hop tunes that I wrote, and I was kind of like, that wasn't that hard. You know what I mean? I was like, I reckon I could, because I used to just scribble bars, and then it kind of never made it into any tracks or anything. And I finally completed this track, and that's why the hook is what it says. Like, it doesn't matter what the song's about, because it doesn't really have a point. It's just the bars that I found in my head, and I was happy with how they came out. And yeah, I'd always say I love that tune. It's a proper vibe. Got a video coming for that one as well, which I filmed with TC from LCTM. Shout out to him, man. He's doing good bits for the scene now. He's got like a few of the underground or more under the radar MCs, the come up ones. I think his cousin, he had a track the other day. He was like 15, did the music video, and they was sick as well. You know what I mean? He's pushing the local scene, which is cool. Obviously, there's a lot of people doing that, but he's new on the scene. He's kind of giving artists that maybe wouldn't have had the chance to get on. You know what I mean?
And you know what? I've got lots of questions, but I'm conscious because the advert's going to come on at 10 o'clock. So I'm going to my final question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Leicester scene?
I think it's awesome, man.
Huh?
No, I do. I think with anything, there's this controversies, there's sort of dramas and stuff, but I've always kept out of that. And everyone I've ever met or had contact with has always been sound to me. And I've always had a great time at any event that I've been to. I've never had a bad experience. And I think, I appreciate and respect everybody that's given me an opportunity to perform. And I think coming onto the scene, it was cool. And I think it's one of the best things that happened, getting involved in the scene. And it kind of happened a little bit later than it probably would have expected it to, but it happened, and I'm glad it did. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad too. I'm glad you came on the scene. You know, I think we need more people and encouraging more people to actually come to the events that the Leicester artists are on.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
When you first came to an event where a lot of Leicester artists were, it was a good feeling, right?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and especially to get feedback from people who you've seen perform, like Comprehend, for example. Before I ever met him, I thought he was sick. I think the first Tough Love, his tune. The first time I heard that, like, it made, I don't know, he's got a sick way with his words. He's a sick MC. And then to meet him and for him to say they thought I was sick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's little things like that, isn't it? And it's the same with a lot of people that you meet, and it's kind of like you idolize them because they do something that you know how difficult it is to do. and you know how much balls it takes. And to see
You know
somebody
them
smash a
ones,
set is awesome, and it's mutually accepted, isn't it? Even if people don't smash sets and you just get up there and give it a go, that's what I like about the open mic nights. Is there's no judgment. People just do what they want to do, and people can be free to just express themselves. And I think that's the way it should be. And I think Leicester makes that happen, and people like you make that happen. I think, yeah, so in that case, the Leicester scene's awesome, and I think most music scenes are, because it's music, ain't it? But
of course, we're music people.
Yeah, exactly, man.
It's within us. I want to see more music from you. I want to see more drum and bass from you. I want to see you on more lineups. I want to see you. I want to see you more active. And you know what? I know you are. You actually one of the guys that do actually go out there, out your way to get to these events, whether there's 1,000 people in the crowd or whether there's 10 people in the crowd, you're there.
It's got to be done.
Which I really love. Want to give a couple of shout outs right now. Hold tight, Mindy. Hold tight, Attraction Blazing Music right now. You know what I mean? People are locked in. They're enjoying the show. My phone's actually gone crazy. I got lots of messages for you. People loving your music. They're loving that boom bap style. Hopefully, if I can hook you up with anyone.
For sure, man. Yeah, definitely.
You know, we've got just over 60 seconds. So what do you want to say to the people? How can they find you?
So yeah, Same Trip. It's out now on all major platforms. Sharps, SHARPS, Same Trip. Social media, as V said earlier, Matt_MC_Sharps, and then MC Sharps everywhere else. But yeah, big up for having me on, man. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, of course.
It's been sick to talk, man. It's been sick to get out there. And
hopefully I'm going to get you in the studio live.
Yeah.
And you're going to drop a proper thing live.
I'll write a little freestyle for it, man. I'll get it done.
Yeah, write a little Friday Flex freestyle, and that'll be wicked.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So I think definitely that'll be wicked. But listen, bless up, my brother. Thank you for coming along.
Man, take it easy. Appreciate it.
All right, take care. Bye. Okay, people, you had it. Friday Flex, EAVA FM, your boy Veej. Want to give a massive shout out going out to Mr. Sharps, you know what I'm saying, for coming down on the show, and he even dropped off on the top of the head, you know what I mean? Off the top, should I say. Off the top, he dropped it. Not many people come here. They come with pre-writs. But this is Friday Flex, EAVA FM, your boy Veej. We'll see you later.
EAVA, sharing the richness of cultures. This is EAVA.